Today I'm going to share with you 10 ways to activate your divine feminine energy, tap into your feminine energy. We're going to get into it today. My name is Anastasia. I am a feminine spiritual mentor, wellness coach, and energy healer. On this channel, I talk about feminine energetics, feminine healing, wellness, and spirituality. Please join me if you love this sort of content, if you love this information. I really help you tap into your feminine energy, heal your feminine energy. I talk about feminine energetics, polarities. We talk about it on this channel. So please subscribe and let's get into it. The first thing is letting go of control and learning how to trust. This is really important. In order to really access your feminine energy, you have to be able to learn how to trust and trust in the universe, okay? So it's not about knowing all the answers all the time. It's about really staying in the moment and trusting that everything is going to work out. This is easier said than done, but a lot of us are really stuck. Women are stuck in their masculine. They're stuck in that controlling, and they're not letting go. They're not feeling safe enough to really let go and trust the universe and really sit back and get into that place of safety. And so I think that women are having a really hard time with this, and this is why a lot of the blocks that we have are actually holding us back and keeping us in that place of not feeling safe and having to go into the masculine to control every single situation. So in order to step into your feminine, you have to learn to really surrender, let go of controlling everything, and really stepping into that surrender. Number 2 is getting into flow. Practicing being in the flow state. When you're in the flow state, that's you being in a receiving state. That's you being in a receiving mode. You're attracting. You're not in a controlling state. You are in a receiving state. You're in a power place, in power state, which is power over force. We want to use the concept when we talk about feminine energy, it's about power over force, okay? So you're not using, a lot of, force and action. You are actually using more of your energy and getting into alignment and flowing rather than controlling. So you have to practice the power over force concept, which is very important in order to get into the alignment, to be in your feminine energy and being able to receive and be magnetic. So the third thing is slowing down and enjoying more of your day-to-day pleasures in your life. Feminine energy is all about sensuality. You want to really practice being more in that moment and enjoying the small things, going for a walk, engaging in activities with more of a open heart and opening your senses and really being in the moment, enjoying those activities, getting into activities that are pleasurable, enjoying a bath, enjoying cooking yourself a meal, things that you can do that bring you that pleasure, that activate your pleasure senses. There are so many things that you can do that really activate your pleasure senses. Number 4 is surrender. You have to learn to surrender. I already talked about this before. I already mentioned that surrender is very important. Surrender is very important, and you have to learn to surrender in order to really be in that feminine energy and feminine alignment. It's so important to really not control the situation that you cannot control, or be in that masculine energy 24/7. You have to learn to surrender to the universe, to the higher plan, to the divine. You have to really learn, trusting, surrendering, letting go of control. This is very important. Surrender is a very big thing that you have to practice, and something that I had to practice on my journey a lot, in order to really kind of get into more of my feminine energy and allow my higher self to be the leader and not be swayed by my ego. So number 5 is doing the ego work. So I always talk about the ego and how it's preventing you from living in alignment to your feminine energy, because the ego is the biggest block to living in alignment to your feminine energy. So make sure you are doing the ego work. Make sure you recognize and are recognizing when the ego is trying to talk or when the ego is actually putting you off balance, because the ego is a very negative voice. It's filled with fear. It's part of your survival consciousness. It's a lower state of consciousness. When you start to get back into alignment to your feminine energy, it's all about higher consciousness, higher vibration, and really living in the moment and not living from your ego anymore. So the ego is a very big block to being in flow, like the feminine energy loves to be in flow and surrender. The ego just will not allow you to do that, because the ego is all about keeping you safe and keeping you, making sure you survive. So this is why it takes a lot of ego work on this journey in order to really get back into alignment and feeling peace within and being able to surrender into your feminine energy, being able to flow with life rather than control. Number 6 is staying in the moment, staying present in the moment that you're in, enjoying that moment, staying focused in that moment. That creates a very powerful vibration, because you're not in the future, you're not in the past, you're in the moment. The feminine energy is very much in the moment. She's very much in flow. She's very much in surrender. She's trusting the universe. She's in sync with the universe. So you have to understand that really all of these traits, all of these ways that you can be are very possible, and they are linked to your feminine energy. Number 7 is doing the emotional work. So the emotional work is all about doing the inner work, inner healing. So I talk about this all the time. The emotional work is what's really preventing you from being in alignment to your feminine energy, being able to receive, being able to, truly live from that alignment. The emotional work has to do with your shadow. It has to do with your sacral chakra, because the sacral chakra is where you connect to your feminine essence. And that is the pain body that has been blocked. And that is where all your emotional trauma is stored. In order to activate and really tap into your feminine energy, you have to do the emotional work necessary. So this is very important. This is very key. This is a big part of this journey. So number 8 is tapping into your creativity. Your creativity is so important, and it is linked to your feminine energy. Being able to be creative, being able to express yourself in the world. What is it that wants to come through? How does your feminine want to express herself? What is it that you want to express in this world? Your sacral chakra and your throat chakra is very much interconnected. These two chakras play a big role in the feminine energy. So when you activate your sacral chakra, you can activate the throat, which is all about expression, creativity, and what is wanting to come out, what is wanting to be expressed. When you have a blocked sacral chakra, when you have blocks in the sacral chakra, it is directly linked to blockages in your throat that can show up, which is linked to expression and creativity. So analyze whether that is a problem for you, and if you're able to express, if you're able to tap into creativity, if you're able to do creative activities that really fulfill you, something that is really about expressing yourself in the world, your unique way of expressing yourself. This is so important to really discover on this journey. And creativity is a big part, and that is what really brings us joy as humans. And being in the feminine energy is all about creativity. So number 9 is healing your inner masculine. You have to heal your inner masculine to be able to really stand and feel safe in your feminine energy. These two polarities work together, and if they're not harmonized within you, you're going to have issues in your life, not just in your outside relationships. You're going to have issues, within you and with other aspects in your life. So harmonizing the two, working on your polarities and really working on healing the masculine energy within you allows the masculine energy to be strong within you, and that will allow you to be able to feel safe in your feminine. If you haven't integrated the masculine energy, if you haven't worked on your masculine energy, then that is going to create issues for you, because you're not going to be able to access your divine feminine, and your divine feminine is not going to feel safe to be able to fully express, because the masculine energy is actually what holds together the feminine energy and supports her and holds your feminine. And so if your masculine is out of balance, if there is issues, then you're not going to be able to fully feel safe and stand in your feminine energy and feel, you know, protected, feeling like your masculine is taking the lead, is able to take action. You know, those two have to be, you know, balanced, and you have to feel like, you know, your masculine is activated and able to hold your feminine, and that also expresses itself on the external world in relationships. The last thing, number 10, is tapping into your body, connecting more with your body. Your body is so important and a big part of really connecting with your feminine energy. Your body is what is really the one that is communicating with you, that, you know, all your emotions are stored in, and you have to be able to connect more with the body and your emotions and your intuition rather than living in a logical mind. So step out of the logical mind and step more into connecting with the body and the emotions and your intuition rather than following and staying in the mind and the mental body. Connect more with your heart space, activate your sacral chakra, and that will allow you then to activate and step more into your heart. And, you know, a lot of us, we have been blocked in the lower chakras, which is not allowing us to really fully integrate and tap into our heart space. So this chakra has been very blocked, the 4th chakra, and so this is why we're not able to tap into the heart. And the heart is a big thing with the feminine energy. The feminine energy, she's really in the heart, okay? She acts from the heart, and, you know, this is the thing that we really have to get back into and heal. And that means healing really the lower chakras to then be able to activate higher chakras and get into the heart, get into the body, feeling, intuition, stepping out of the logical mental body, the ego, and stepping and aligning with your body and your emotions and feeling your emotions. I hope you really enjoyed this and learned how to really access your feminine energy. There's so much more, of course, to feminine energy and activating your feminine energy, but these 10 things are so important in order to be able to really live in that alignment to your feminine energy. And these are, you know, feminine energy traits, you know, the divine feminine energy and what the divine feminine alignment really is about. So I hope you learned something today, and you can apply this in your everyday life and really tap into your body more, go into your emotional body, do the emotional work to be able to get into the alignment. That is so important, that is so key. And that was a lot of my own personal journey, because I have been through this for several years now, where I have really discovered what feminine energy, divine feminine energy really is about, and how to get into that alignment and what that really means and how that is expressed and how that shows up in the external world. And so it is very important in order to really tap into the feminine to be able to heal the two polarities. Like I said, the masculine and feminine have to be balanced, because the masculine has to be able to hold your feminine, or else your feminine will not be able to shine and really be activated.